Got a two-parter update this time because we are getting all of the heart pieces and all of those damn Mai-Mais now.
Oh, collection video. This explains everything.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
At the very least, once we've got all the Mai-Mais, we can upgrade all of our weapons, and we get some pretty wacky upgrades.
Oh yeah, because I remember the thread, like, going wild over the fact that you didn't upgrade the fire rod first and foremost.
That kind of annoyed me too, in hindsight, because the upgraded fire rod is amazing.
Like, I mean, I know there's a point where it's like, this is so good, why did you not do it first? But, like, this is a Zelda game, we don't really need to optimize, do we?
True.
But it's really cool to do it.
But again, in hindsight, you kind of do.
I have no idea what's going on here, what?
I'm having a Triforce Heroes fly specs.
Yeah, it's another one of those secret treasure rooms.
Oh, okay.
In this case, it's a mixture of the hookshot and the boomerang. Or probably just the hookshot, I'm just using the boomerang to cheat in a couple places. But again, it's just for rupees.
I might be misremembering a lot of the new ones, but I don't recall any recent Zelda game that mixes up power-ups like that.
No, it did. There was a couple pillars there that said what weapons you need to use.
No, what I mean is, like, other games like, say, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Phantom Hourglass.
Right.
I don't think they've done mixing and matching power-ups for a puzzle. It's always just been, use this, or use this. Never use this in tandem with this.
Certainly not in a useless 100 rupees.
Yeah.
So this little bald man is just hiding scared in a corner. He's actually in the Light World version of where we found the thief girl.
Oh, from Blind's place?
Yeah, where she was hiding out after we rescued her from there.
Okay.
And he's just hiding scared from his wife.
In a wall.
In a wall.
I'm gonna let you know, dude, no matter where you hide, she's gonna find you.
But why did you spend that much money on an apple?
It looks so tasty, Yoshi.
But it's one apple.
It's just so alluring. It's almost a sin.
Unless it was like a sack of apples, I get it, but... Actually, no, even then, that'd be stupider.
Zelda plot.
Because in that situation, Yoshi, it's the only apple.
Well, I didn't think of that.
Because it's fucking dumb.
Which is why I didn't think of it. I love when they give you options in games where it's like, will you help me? Yes or yes?
I like the option where it's like, yes is just, progressing the plot, but no is like the most asshole thing you could ever think of.
I like the guy just like, I got in all this trouble from eating an apple. Give me another fruit.
It'll solve all my problems.
Upgraded Ice Rod isn't as awesome an upgrade as the Fire Rod, but it does more, so why not?
I mean, we're 100%ing, so we're eventually gonna get this.
Looks more like she gave you a mace.
Yeah. Which would be more awesome, but no.
Man, Zelda needs more weapon variety. I think that's why I like Hyrule Heroes so much, because I wasn't just using the sword for combat. They gave you everything, and it felt fun.
I'm still waiting on that in the mail.
Oh man. Kiss 2 months of your life goodbye, because holy shit.
I'm ready, man.
Hyrule Warriors, because I know someone's gonna point out.
Right.
Did I say Hyrule? Fuck.
You said Hyrule Heroes.
God damn it. You're right.
Which they could have called the 3DS version, but they didn't.
Yeah, they coulda.
So, like, fucking... I played the hell out of that game on release. It's so great, but I can't afford the DLC, so I'm really fucking mad, because I'd play more of that in a heartbeat.
All I know is I want to be Impa. just in real life.
You do get to play as Impa super quick, so don't worry.
Yeah, she's like the second character, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
So then life is complete. As I gather more babies.
So I don't know if you're gonna Let's Play it or stream it or what, but I want you to tell me when you get to adventure mode, specifically stuff in the top left corner of the map. Because, oh man, I just want to revel in the suffering.
I'm probably going to do something. Because I can kind of announce it here. I've already mentioned in the thread for this game specifically. But I will be going back and Let's Playing the HD version of Twilight Princess. And I'm considering doing something with Hyrule Warriors at the same time, since I have to do dual threads all the time. I can't do just one thing.
I would recommend against doing 2 LPs at once, but you've been doing this way longer than me. I don't know how you do it.
We've got a webpage up, and we've got 5, 6 running right now. At least half of them played by me. It's just what I do.
Could go for some premium milk. Okay, I was like, does this game have a milk bar?
It does. You don't need to go there except for this.
Is it anything like the milk bar in Majora?
I think the one in Majora has more personality.
Ah.
And more to do there.
Last I checked, the one in Majora is the only one that actually gets you cool stuff.
Yeah, you just buy milk in this one. So I mentioned before, there's this race, and getting it the second time is goddamn impossible, unless you cheat and do this.
It's not cheating if you're using the game's mechanics.
The important thing to notice is, teleporting is basically instantaneous. I didn't lose any time.
I still kind of miss that witch girl. She was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like her. They should put her in Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
They probably would, though.
They put the female lead from Link's Awakening in Hyrule Warriors.
She didn't do anything.
I feel like it's like their version of Smash Brothers. They're just gonna put whoever the hell they want in it.
I'm still mad because they haven't put Ralph in, which is like the best Game Boy Zelda character.
The best complete idiot.
I mean, sure, all he did was scream for a Furore and then run around like a moron, but he was awesome.
Nehru.
Nehru, that's right.
We're here to correct you.
I forget. Is Linebeck playable?
No.
Not yet.
Missed opportunity.
He will be.
I guarantee you he's gonna be playable. I love him.
So that was from the bottom left corner of Light World to middle top?
Yep.
Warping is legal, so could you have just straight up warped there from Light World to Light World?
I don't think it's legal if you're in the light world. In the dark world, they don't know you're doing it.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
It's being a jerk. So we mentioned before, the recordings from these are a long time coming. I recorded this part in October, and I rendered the part for it in November. But I can tell you how many goddamn times it took me to figure out how to do that jump. You need to jump off the cliff from an angle.
Ah, I was gonna say, is it just a sick turn?
Kinda. It's a matter of making sure that you jump off with a Kuko already at a diagonal, because otherwise you're not going to make it.
Poor Like.
Don't feel bad for the like.
Oh no, I don't. I totally would have done the same thing.
Do they eat your shield in this game? I mean, I know this is trying so hard to be classic Zelda, but I don't know if they eat your shield in this game.
They just eat your money.
That's worthless.
Yeah. I have all of the money in the world. Where the hell am I?
Well, it's worth a lot to them.
Like, the rupee in this game is worth less than Germany's currency back in, what, World War I?
Or Britain's right now.
Hey! There go our Britain fans. Well, your fans.
Hey, we feel really bad for you. We hope you're okay.
We do our history for our jokes.
So I broke into her house, and she's like, oh, that's alright. Come on in anytime. That's the only way to get into her house. The door's locked. And if I come back in, she just gives me another heart.
Wow, she's affectionate. Oh, it's a, I was gonna say, if it's another heart piece, that's fucking rad. That woman's a keeper.
Got weird abstract art.
You're just so disappointed when she gave you your heart the second time. I was like, yeah, okay.
Like, hey, thanks. I was hoping for a bigger one, but
I mean, you could have been worse. You could have threw it on the ground and stomped on it.
and it blows up like a gusher.
Your love means nothing to me, Taco Bob.
Oh my god, I forgot this guy's name was Taco Bob. Damn it.
That's nothing. The name we decided for the Twilight Princess LP is Ham Harry.
That sounds fucking disgusting.
Specifically, I asked for suggestions from the thread, and Jacob said he liked Ham Harry. And we have to go with what Jacob likes.
Oh god, what did you use for the original Twilight LP?
Hey.
Oh yeah.
So it's actually not that big of a jump.
I thought for a second it was gonna be Hey Ham or Ham Hey.
Flip it in reverse, you got Harry Ham, and I'd probably vomit every commentary.
That's great.
I mean, it's no better than my game where I name everybody Dongus.
But you keep it consistent.
The Legend of Dongus. Oh no, I'm in 2 dimensions. Coming soon to Highwing's channel. Yeah, right, I gotta spend like, what, 150 bucks to get a capture card on a 3DS I never use? Ugh.
Well, that's why you did the Link to the Past for us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the question is, how badly do you want to see Dongus in 3D?
Well, they already have that with Twilight Princess and Wind Waker.
But on handheld,
Yeah. Also, I'm just flabbergasted at how these Mai-Mais keep getting stuck under rocks. You're shellfish, you're supposed to be in the water.
The one in the Skull Woods took me for goddamn ever to find. I don't know why it kept eluding me. And I missed this. This is right outside where you can get the big bomb. It's a rupee dump.
Oh yeah, is this like the thing in Link to the Past where you'll be able to increase your bomb and arrow capacity?
It's something like that. You need to throw in so many rupees. She's called the Great Rupee Fairy, so I think she actually lives on rupees.
you know what? I can actually buy that. It's not like the Great Fairies and Wind Waker, where only one of them was actually magic and the other one's just like, here's some more arrows, idiot.
That's true.
Your generosity fills my heart because the fairy world is a brutal economy.
Maybe she's a holdover from Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land.
When's the LP of that?
Well, we're gonna need a European DS for starters.
Where's that in the Hyrule Historia?
It's not listed.
Yeah, speaking of Zelda books, I was looking at some online fan store where they got a bunch of stuff and they got this book about the localization of Zelda 1, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty interested in that book.
That could be kind of cool.
Did we just spend 3,000 rupees on a bottle?
Brutal economy. Just like you said.
If Zelda's taught me anything, it's always that the most valuable thing is the bottle.
Yeah.
So I'm actually not surprised.
I'm just used to risking life and limb for it, and I'm not used to spending a fucking house fortune on it.
So we did the Rupee Rush in Hyrule a long time ago. I didn't understand it then. I don't understand it right now, but I come to understand it. And I have to, because I need to do it to get a heart piece.
You have a vague idea.
I mean, we need to get rupees, that's a given. But what I don't understand is that they will give you a lot of rupees as long as you do the game right.
What?
Like, to an extent, it's not even a matter of getting as many as you can in this overworld here. It's more a matter of timing, because you are on a time limit. If you can get it right, like you go back and you talk to the guy right smack at the end, when you have a little bit of time left, you get a really big multiplier. I didn't quite do it there.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, it's kind of like,
The postman.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you don't want to literally get it right at the end, because then the game ends. But you want just a couple seconds, maybe even less if you can manage it.
Have you considered a stopwatch, Thorn?
I actually used one
Nice.
when I went back to do it. I don't know if it's going to be later in this video or in part dash 2. Also, that guy's still there.
I was gonna say, do we never save him?
Nope.
A fate worse than death.
I tried, says Taco Pop, heading to the dark world.
Well, Thorn did.
Today, it's an entrance to a secret area in Lorule. You actually can't get to this area anywhere from, like, the overworld, and you don't need to come here. This is an optional area. This guy's kind of sad.
Cheer up, emo philosopher.
Well, it was your fault for being a philosophy major.
The thing that earns less than an art degree.
We got enough people angry from talking about that in Twilight Princess. We don't need to continue.
Well, it's just, you said you were doing the HD one, so we're bringing back all the old jokes too.
And I'm gonna have to mention before, like, every recording, come up with new shit this time.
Oh, don't worry. I forgot everything. I think the only thing I really held on to, well, maybe two of them, is the lot of time on hands joke and the freaking... the pun for the water boss.
Yes, you really hang on to it well.
I thought you were gonna say 5 rupees.
No, not that. Although that is one thing.
Yeah.
It was the water boss, and I forgot...
I knew you were to remember that, because you were so upset.
Because I was so fucking ready, I'm like, watch, when I bust out this joke, you guys are gonna fucking love it. And then it's complete silence, and I'm like, alright, fuck you guys, you know what? I don't even care.
Well, you'd made the mistake of hyping it up.
Welcome to the Link Between Worlds LP, where we reminisce about Twilight Princess.
It's hyping up the LP.
I'm gonna have an even better joke this time. Fuck.
Collection videos.
I mean, at least it's a new area, but it's a new area based on an area we've been to before.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. You said, like, fucking there's no other way to get here, but we're clearly, like, outside. How can we not get here from anywhere else?
It's completely cut off from all the other areas.
I'm trying to figure out where we are in the overworld so I can tell.
It's the place where the church, or, yeah, I think it's the church and the graveyard is.
Huh.
Just the Lorule version.
Oh, I see. And it's just like a floating mass of nothing.
Yeah, somehow there is a Dampe there. And his name is Dampe.
It's more like Dampe?
Dampe? I mean, he's still technically Dampe, and I love how the fact that the one connecting thread amongst all these dimensions is Dampe. Because death links all.
Links all, you say?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
H2 over.
Oh, that's right, that was the joke. Wow, that was bad.
You know what? I don't even care anymore. I don't. I'm fine. I've come to terms with it.
It's been that long. Also, our good friend the bee. Bye-bye.
You know, friend of mine.
That bee was my best friend.
That's the only way to get that my.
You're this heart piece.
And this heart piece.
Wait, aren't you like... Oh, that's right, you could just go to the left of it.
Now, heading into the low world version of the very first dungeon. Mini dungeon, anyway.
Oh yeah!
I like that Taco Bob has a little blue aura.
Yeah. He is the light in the darkness.
Oh, good! Is this gonna be this dungeon we're just gonna be fucking played for a fool as we get 1 rupee in every damn chest?
It's not that mean to us.
Yeah, we're here for a reason. For a chest with 3 rupees in it.
Oh no. Oh my. God, I really wish there was a Zelda that was that mean. Like, I want to see the makers of Zelda make a Kaizo Zelda.
Touch my toes before I open the chest, okay.
I'm ready to be disappointed? Alright.
Good thing I warmed up for that.
I'm waiting for the Zelda with the first ever mimic.
That would suck.
30 years, motherfucker, we finally got you.
I mean, the likes in this game kind of serve that purpose.
Yeah, that's true. But the new Zelda's gonna be open world, which is really bizarre to me.
I really want to play it.
It's bizarre to me because, like, it took them that long. Nintendo, like, the original NES Zelda was one of the progenitors of open world.
Yeah.
And only now do they come around to, let's make an open world game in a world overrun by open world games. That I said world a lot there.
But I like their excuse for it. It's like, yeah, you see, the first one was like that, and we called dibs, you idiots, so we're gonna do it now. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually do really want to play.
Yeah. It's kind of the Zelda game I always wanted, which is that Skyrim, but probably better.
See, I've been playing a lot of The Witcher 3 recently, and I'm noticing it's doing a lot of bad habits that other open world games do, where it's just a lot of neat set pieces, but with no substantial reward. And I really hope Zelda doesn't do that. I'm a little irritated that in The Witcher 3, I do this quest that's like 8 levels above my level. I felt really proud. And then I get a sword that does like 50 less damage than what I have on hand, and I just threw that thing in the trash can.
Yay!
Like that.
Throw Taco Bob in the garbage pan with my Witcher sword.
Well, now that I broke my limbs, make sure they work. Alright, Master Ore.
That's our second one, isn't it?
I think so.
I like how they give you the option. They're like, yeah, you can fight the final boss right from the start. Like, that's how open world it is.
And like, people are like, oh man, that's gonna be balls hard. But then I'm thinking, that's what Dark Souls players have been doing since it came out. We've been getting ready for this for years.
I think the big issue is that with Dark Souls, you could subvert gear and level scaling with just tenacity. I don't know if you could do that with a Zelda game.
With how they're setting up in that you have food and healing items in your inventory, just on hand you can immediately use, I imagine. Like, you were talking about how you're worried that the new Zelda will have a lot to do but not a lot of reward for it. I feel like people will be distracted plenty by just cooking.
That's true. Cooking is a neat mechanic.
I know I will.
And setting everything on fire.
That too.
I will say though, like during the E3 conference, what's her name? Chico, she did a really good job at demonstrating everything you could do there, one of which being shield snowboarding. Fucking, I'm all over that.
Did I ever tell you the story how I almost got to play the demo?
No.
Oh, what happened?
So, like, when they announced it at E3, the Nintendo World Store, which, for those of you who don't know, I live in New Jersey and I live really close to New York, I just have to take a bus ride. They had the demo there, and so I went there the day that they started doing the demos, and I see, like, this line, and I'm like, alright, cool, it's not that bad. We all see, like, the game on the big screen right there behind them, watching the guy play. And then, like, all of these people who were gonna play, they had, like, this little card, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then I go to one of them, and I'm like, how do you get to play the demo? And they told me, like, oh yeah, you had to sign up, like, weeks in advance. And I'm like, shit! So the demo from, like, I think the 9th through the 13th, I was just blocked out of because people already signed up for it, and I didn't know that. I got the email about it, but I didn't know that you had to sign up. I thought it was just like, yeah, just show up and go for it. It was nice, though, because I did get to come back home with a little Breath of the Wild poster that they were giving out, so it wasn't too much of a loss.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, one.
Yeah. I always seem to miss out just by this inch anytime I want something from New York.
So one weird thing in this game is that this random blacksmith in Lorule actually has a character arc. Because when you first meet him, when you come to Lorule, he's just kind of a nobody. His wife doesn't appreciate him anymore. And then once you upgraded the sword the first time, you get 2 more Master Ores, and he upgrades it again, and now he's all confident in himself again, and his wife is like, oh, that's why I was attracted to him.
Wait. Like, oh, that's why I'm attracted to him, because he could beat the shit out of metal. I never knew this.
Because he has a stable career. I'm not divorcing you, Frank.
That's brutal. Holy shit.
Final weapon upgrade.
Okay, so what's 100 then?
100 is something secret, which we're not going to see until the next video. But it goes up at the same time, so you're not missing anything.
Yeah. All 100 of my babies are shy. I've already seen them, lady.
You might want to produce better next time. I would actually appreciate if you had an asshole every once in a while.
Look, they don't reproduce through traditional means, it's all osmosis. They just clone themselves.